Hey guys, welcome to our new experience of vlogging. We have a lot to share with you, and we thought that this was the best way to do it. We are ready to really share our journey with everyone and have more people involved in this experience with us. It's been a lot lately. It's been a lot, and so we're gonna catch everybody up.
Yeah, give you a bit of an update of what's been going on. It'll be an update for some, a bit of a shock for others that don't know the situation and what we've been dealing with over the past year and the news that we've gotten over the past month. So, to kind of start everything out, I guess about a year ago, I started having chronic headaches almost on a daily basis, and those headaches led to multiple visits to the doctor, multiple scans, and eventually in November, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So in November, one of those scans, they ran a MRA, I think is what it's called, with contrast, and found out that I have a aneurysm on one of the main arteries feeding the right portion of my brain. And so this
Definitely came as a shock at the time. The doctor let us know that it's about 2 millimeters big. Kind of wrecked our world for a little while.
yeah definitely.
There's not a lot of information out there. The process and the waiting period was long and debilitating. You don't know if an aneurysm is going to kill you tomorrow, in 15 years. There's not a lot of research on aneurysms, and of course we didn't want to go chasing down rabbit holes on Google and seeing crazy things.
Right.
So we just kind of pulled ourselves away a little bit from doing that and waited as best that we could. I was able to leave my job back in October due to homeschooling the kids and some of the issues that Marcus was having, which in the long run ended up being the absolute greatest gift that I think that we could have been given, because I've been able to focus on him and the kids and make sure that this process is, wouldn't say easy, but make sure that we're in it together and we're doing the right things and we're making the right moves and we have enough time to really process the things that are happening. Fast forward, gosh, it felt like a month, 3 weeks till the neurologist called.
Yeah.
Scheduled an appointment.
It was a very long 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we had no information on the seriousness or
Nothing.
if it could happen, anything could happen between now and then. So we thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
But eventually the neurologist did get back with us, and we ended up setting up an appointment with him, and we went through all the steps we needed to get in and get this thing taken care of. And so when that process started, everything was smooth, seemed to be going smoothly, all the way up until the day I went in for the procedure.
The first part of the procedure.
Yeah, this was
right before Christmas. He had to have an angiogram. So an angiogram is where they take a camera through your main artery in your leg and go up to your brain
take some scans or pictures.
Yeah.
so they know exactly the size and see exactly what they need to get in there and take care of it. But
there are 2 different processes to fixing an aneurysm. And so you have the neurologist in the room, and they let you know there's a process that is years and years and years and years old. First process they've ever had, which is called a clipping, and that's where they go in and they just kind of clip the blood supply to the artery.
to the aneurysm.
I'm sorry, to the aneurysm.
Yeah.
It's where they go in and they clip the blood supply to the aneurysm, and
The aneurysm eventually turns into scar tissue at that point, since there's no blood supply to it, and it's a done deal.
yeah, it's a more
Way,
in-depth
way more extensive
process.
way more extensive of a process.
It's legitimate brain surgery. So you go in, you are put under, you have your scalp removed, and they go in through your skull. So even though it's more extensive, it's more guaranteed, from what the doctors were telling us. Then the second process is coiling. And so coiling is where they go in through that artery and they place coils in the artery to block blood flow from entering the aneurysm, to help it not to rupture. Quick process.
It's only coiling's only been around for 30 years, I think, is what they told us. Is it less than that?
No, it's like 20.
20 or 30 years? I don't know. It hasn't been around too long. It's a very minimal invasive procedure, and there's some risk to it. But
For us, we had to weigh the 2 options, and every single person's story is different. Every option has its pros and its cons, and there's definitely no wrong answer. It's a weight that's put on your shoulders that's really heavy. The doctors give you to make that decision in the beginning. And for us, we felt like the clipping was a better option.
Yeah, at this point, we had already accepted the fact that we were going to go through the extensive surgery and have it clipped.
Just because he's young, he's resilient, he can get it done and over with, and and get through it. Not have follow-ups that we have to keep an eye on and be nervous about. And so for us, we decided with the clipping after several weeks of debating what we were going to do. There's not a lot of people who are fortunate enough to have found their aneurysms before they rupture. So it really puts things into perspective, knowing that we caught it. Come to find out, his headaches were unrelated, and have since completely gone away.
Yeah, they have. So there's not really a good explanation, other than, I guess, a bit of a supernatural purpose for those headaches, so that they could find what they needed to find. So don't anyone that has headaches, start getting headaches on a daily basis, or having migraines, don't rush to the doctor and tell them you think you have a brain aneurysm, because there's a zero effects.
Connection.
Yeah, there's no connection to a brain aneurysm and headaches.
It's
really.
1% of the world's population has brain aneurysms, and so it's something that's very rare. And if you find it, it's because it's completely a fluke. You found it.
Most of the time, yeah.
There's absolutely zero relations to any symptoms, and unless they rupture. We were able to, of course, find out that the aneurysm was a little larger and that he was more fit for the clipping process. through the angiogram, he did have a reaction to the iodine in the procedure,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was pretty horrific.
Yeah, it was. It was the worst. Yeah, they had they had made an incision on an artery in my groin area, and that's where they ran the scope. And at that point in the procedure, it was pretty vital that I didn't lift anything or do anything extensive until that part had healed up. And that night, I had a reaction to the iodine or to the contrast, and it caused me to like violently vomit for hours, seemed like.
Yeah.
And so I had told myself Monday night, like, this is it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going through with the procedure. That was so rough. I thought that was the end of it anyway. There's all kinds of stuff going through my mind because I had to sign all kinds of paperwork about blood clots and this could happen and that could happen, and you know, being in the hotel and being that sick after going through something that was supposed to be just a minimal invasive, just to get some pictures, and going through that, I just told Kari, and I told Kari that I don't think I want to go through with the surgery anymore. I think that I'm going to take my chances with the aneurysm, because after that I feel like the doctors were going to kill me. I didn't know at the time that it could have been a reaction to the contrast, but it was rough.
Yeah, we were able to sit down with the doctors the next day and talk about everything, and he did assure him that he's going to have lots of Benadryl and lots of steroids to make sure he didn't have that reaction.
He's going to do the best he can to keep something like that from happening again after the big surgery.
Yeah.
So during, just to kind of give you an idea of what the surgery looks like, for those of you that won't be around, they're going to start an incision, I believe, on this side of my head, and it's going to come across the top of my head, and it'll come down into my sideburn area down here. And so I will have I believe they said a tube coming out of my brain, a drain tube of some sort coming out of my brain. I'll have
Gonna do a spinal tap.
I'll have a spinal, so they can drain the spinal fluid down, and once they do that, then it makes the brain more pliable, since it's not completely full of fluid. And so that's when they're able to get in there and do the clipping and do all that, do the scary stuff.
Yeah, he'll be pretty bruised up for a while.
They made a comment. It looked like I've been in a fight with Mike Tyson after I come out of there. The whole right side of my face could be purple, eyes probably be black.
Won't be pretty, but
Yeah.
it'll be worth it. They'll be getting him up and walking 24 hours after. Hopefully only in intensive care for 3 days, best case scenario. This whole entire process is new to us. Definitely a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh yeah.
Really, really, really happy one day and feel good and confident and positive, and then the next you could just be completely crushed with overwhelming emotion. So it's something that we're navigating through together, learning that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to be okay. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to have peace. It's okay to know that this is gonna be so much bigger. And it's okay to just lose it, to not have the good days, to be completely broken. We got 3 little babies who are confused. They're aware. They know. They don't fully grasp everything, but they know. It's been difficult, but we really, really feel like we've been given this incredible platform. So there's not a lot of information, like we said.
There's not. There's not a whole lot of video. There's not a whole lot of what we're doing to help families out that are dealing with the situation that we're dealing with, as young as we are.
Yeah. Young, married couples with families, maybe without kids, just you don't have anybody that you know has gone through something like this and survived, or gone through something like this and is leading a normal life afterwards. It's just statistics and not necessarily great things out of it. And so the articles that we've found that are the most encouraging are, people who have been through this kind of thing years and years and years ago, what they've done to feel better, the goals that they've set. This process is going to be so much bigger than us.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this video has very little to do. Like this is way out of my comfort zone to do something like this. So this video isn't for me.
It's for the ones out there who don't have anybody, any resources, or anybody to look to that's gone through this. But there it is.
It's a mental and emotional roller coaster, though. It's rough.
Yeah. It's the unknown. It's going into the unknown. Possibilities, risks that we have to be aware of.
Yeah.
But we, together, have an absolutely incredible peace
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
about the situation, and knowing that we're going to be able to involve you guys and have your support and your love and your words, your encouraging words, and it makes us, definitely gives us hope, and we're going to have a lot of support through all of this. So hang in there with us.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to navigate our emotions and our feelings, and if we don't get back to everybody, or if you have questions and you want to reach out,
Maybe not necessarily on Monday. Reach out.
yeah, or Tuesday.
We're gonna have our hands full. But anytime up until then, or even afterwards, reach out. And this was originally just gonna be an update and kind of just letting everyone that don't know what's going on the story. But if you know someone or happen to be going through something like this, it's just definitely for you guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely share it.
We're gonna make this a positive thing, come out of it on top.
Make sure we reach as many people as possible, not just through this video, but we have some incredible plans and ideas up our sleeves.
Yeah, this is just the start. This is just the beginning.
I think God has really placed some heavy, heavy things on our heart to follow and do because of this, and we're really looking forward to getting through the recovery process and entering into that new life, because it's our new reality.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be good. We're staying positive. We're ready. I'm ready. We're officially 3 days away.
Yep.
Is that right? 3 days away. Get this behind us. Get back on my feet. I'm excited to. My wife's gonna take lots of video, and I don't know necessarily if she's gonna vlog during all of this. I'm not sure. Not sure what her plans are, but we are gonna have lots of video to put up, and so that other people can see how the process goes and help others get through it. But I'm confident, strong, ready to roll.
Thank you all for your love and support for those who have known about the situation. I'm sorry we haven't included anybody sooner. Like I said, we're really trying to navigate through this. But we love you guys.
Yeah. We love
Really,
you
really
all.
do.
Yeah. We appreciate the support that we have got. Friends and family.
It's huge.
You've helped us out so far. Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, well, stay tuned.
Yeah.
We have so much more to do.
More to come. Love you all.
Love you guys.